You know, when you're fishing late season, it can be some of the best fishing of the entire year, and often you're gonna have less guys at the boat launch, so I love it even more. But there's a handful of things you need to do to make sure that you have a successful trip, but also a safe trip. It's not like fishing in July, that's for sure. Here are some tips for you in order to make that happen. You know, a lot of us want to unhook that trailer before we get to the water, and that's a bad deal this time of year. Make sure you leave this thing hooked up. And especially if you have a roller trailer, leave it hooked up the whole entire time until you're actually at the water level. These things can slide off on a slippery ramp, and then you've got a really big problem on your hands. So one really simple tip that a lot of us know, but I'm going to tell you I've had the pain train because I haven't followed my own advice before, is making sure you have some stabilizer. I even carry it in the boat because we need to run this through the motors, the little motor and the big motor, not just put it in the tank. You need it through the lines. So if you don't know if it's going to be your last trip or not, put the thing in, and then I always carry a little bit in the boat so that when I add gas at the gas station that morning and I forget, I can pour a little extra stabilizer in there because I need to get it through the lines. That's going to save you having to go to the boat launch in freezing cold conditions and run that to put it through, or even more yet, taking it to a dealership and paying a bunch of money for basically the same thing. You know, when you're fishing in the cold water season, it's a lot harder on batteries, and I'm running Dakota lithium batteries, so I have a lot more power and a lot more compact area. But I still keep a little jump box with me. Whether I run out of power, do something silly, or need to charge a phone or something else, this little jumper box can make sure you get home safe. You know, one thing I like is just simply a really inexpensive item is the Ice Armor kind of handbag here. It's not a man purse, but I'll tell you what, it's really nice for putting a pair of jersey gloves in or something like that. And then one of these little deals here. When you touch that net handle, get your hands wet in the live well, a little heat pack like this is going to keep you nice and roasty and make it a lot more convenient and efficient fishing. Both in the morning and when you're moving from spot to spot, make sure you start your motor to get that thermostat up, get that warmed up. Don't run a cold motor. So do it as you're setting lines or retrieving your lines or getting ready to go in the morning. Make sure you give that motor plenty of time to warm up so you don't have problems. You want to trim both your motors down. You'd be surprised at how much water that these lower units will hold, and you want to drain that out. The other thing you want to do is pull your drain plug. A lot of water can end up in that bilge. That can freeze. You don't want to have that. So on my Ranger, I'm pretty nice. I've got a remote drain plug, but if not, climb underneath there, pull that thing out, and keep an extra. You know, when it starts getting cool, if there's any question of snow or ice, make sure you got a snow shovel. I even got a little metal one here that helps you chip up some of that ice, make you a little better landing pad, and then also some salt. Put it in a bucket because the thing's gonna break open and end up all over your truck. Some salt and a shovel or two, that way you can have a buddy help you out. Make a big difference when that ice and snow comes last second. Make a treacherous boat ramp nice. These cold water launching tips may seem simple, but if you don't follow them, you're going to have expensive results. So take the time to do just these few little things. It's going to make a big difference in not tearing up your gear and having an insurance claim at worst.